So are you okay to appear on this?
Yes.
Yeah. Nathan, I'll try and keep you out of this.
Sorry,
You're
I
good.
don't care.
I'm good.
Right.
Keep you out of
Yeah. I'm over it.
it. Looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah. So guys, welcome into the channel. It's the first time we're in Dublin here today. The Nationals protest again. And we're down here at the Wake Up Area. Have a stall here with all the people who've died from the COVID vaccines over the last couple of years. Give us a quick look at this. And we're joined by CJ Audits, by the way. All the way down from the north. And we've got Nathan as well. And we have the Nationals rally is going to start in about 20 minutes at the top of the road here. A lot of garda activity. A lot of garda activity around today. We'll take a stroll up. Guys, I can't see the live chat here, okay? I haven't locked it. So, talk amongst yourselves. Don't be too racist. Ryan Tuberty there, one of the major pushers of that COVID. Thank you very much. You better not give her opinion too much on the scandemic. You see a lot of guards lounging around the streets here. Here, look, there's Ireland's only Chinese guard over there. There's Ireland's only Chinese guard. Do you see him over there?
Oh, yeah.
The Chinaman. His name is Wang Dung Lucy.
They're a wang woman.
If anyone's tuning in here, we're walking up O'Connell Street on the way to the Nationals March. The crowd is building up there. Looks like a couple of thousand people earlier on. And you have the spire, like a big needle, big heroin needle. If we lose it, right, I'll meet you back at the square now, okay? Yeah, look after the fucking Gill speeches. Yeah.
You like me, just wander?
Wander around. Yeah. If I can get up to the front for the speeches, I'll try to. The out signal doesn't look great like on the live streams. There's not so many people on it as well. They're all stuck in the air. You know, 100,000 people all on the phones. So it's not great at times. For sure, we'll see. We might take the drone out. No, we won't take the drone out. We will not be taking the drone out today. Too windy. There we have our pride flag up over where the men of Dublin died to free their country. Lovely. Guards are everywhere. And we're down with the lads, Nathan and CJ here from up north. Check out their channels, Nathan, We DJ, and CJ Audits Northern Ireland. Check them out, like and subscribe. And we've another couple of special guests on the way. Hey buddy, we're stuck in a taxi on the way from Dublin Airport, but they should be here pretty soon. Oh, okay. So we're on our way up to O'Connell Street, guys. The march is going to start in about 20 minutes. The lefties are being kept well away from them there today. Well away from them. See the guards everywhere as you walk down O'Connell Street. And the lefty counter-protest today is on Dame Street. So anyone who knows Dublin, it's a good bit away. There's Father Matthew, famous statue of Father Matthew. Temperance. That's what reminds you to stay off the drink if you're Irish. Oop. That statue there is to remind everyone to stay off the drink. It doesn't work now. It's like a statue for stay off the drink. It's like it's over, right? And it doesn't work around here. Like. That's the reason it's there. CJ's having a bit of fun with the gardaí down here, as you can see. Bit of crack with them. They don't see it as crack, but you fuck them. There's a new Garda station up here as well. If you want to do a little stop in, see up here, this Garda. Irish Tourist Service.
Maybe on the way back.
If you want to go in there and have a bit of fun with them, like. I went in there with a mask up there a couple of months ago and
They're cold inside, I guess.
yeah. Oh yeah. So we're still heading up O'Connell Street, guys. We're nearly there, we'll be there in a few minutes, and the nationals are out. They're walking up the street, there's flags everywhere. And there's the old Garda Tourist Assistance Service if you need it. CJ's going to pay them a visit, probably later on the way back. Oh, there he goes, he's gone in. Oh, bother to him. Let's make a video straight away, go on, oh bother. So he's a witness of the live audit here, guys. From CJ Audits Northern Ireland, down on O'Connell Street, and we may have to bail him out. Be alright though. You see him in there. He's having a little stroll around. He's enjoying himself. He's on holiday, sure. You know what I mean? And as you can see, the nationals are out in force. We have the pole as well today, so we're going to try and get nice and high above all them flags. And we're laughing. There's CJ getting a few pictures for himself. The lads, there's the best suit you'll see all day. The best suit you'll see all day. I think you see in the camera.
What?
I think you see in the camera that I'm one of them lads. Fucking one of them lads.
Probably.
So CJ was in having a bit of fun there in the Garda station. I'm going to make sure we've enough battery storage for today. Plug everything in.
Get him there with a suit on.
Yeah, that's a nice suit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. I think he made it out of a pair of curtains or something, did he? Like it looks the same kind of material, doesn't it? And my granny's curtains.
I was going to say, I think what was granny.
The day after she fucking died, he tore the curtains down for the country.
Brilliant.
Here you have an old 242 car here, lads. She's taxed. For some reason, she's taxed. There's the lads inside doing a great old job. I do love this welding. See all the little spot welding on this. It's a really nice job.
NCT test.
The tires are not great, are they?
Right, tires alright.
They look alright, don't they? 20 them round today. That's okay, just around. You know what I mean? That's only a little pussy. Proper ones, like, you know what I mean? Like,
we're hardcore, you see.
they wouldn't last a half an hour. They're not wiring everything, like, you know what I mean? Okay, now. So we're just coming up to the top of O'Connell Street. Garda presses is picking up. As you can see, we have another one here. This guy's taxi's out today. The port. In there. Where's? It's a nice one though, isn't it? Because normally they have the back of the bits, haven't they? They're rough as fuck anyway. That's a 191. It's not bad, right? What time is it? That's a small crowd, lads. Lads, the crowd's a lot smaller than the last time. Hopefully it picks up. Yeah, yeah. And I just say that the fucking traffic is woeful as well. Like. Yeah. No, I tell you, if you do, you do. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I'm in amongst these people. Because your mask up here, they're going to start giving me, you know what I mean? And I don't want to have to come back to them. This, I can take a picture of it.
Yeah, I'll try and keep it.
No, you fucking... Oh, good. I've doxed myself a thousand. You just have to watch my videos. Like, I'll take my name. You know what I mean? I'll take my name with my dress and everything. You know what I mean? How are you, boys? So you can see, lads, the crowd is picking up. Doesn't seem to be as big as the last time because it's a bad weather kicking in. But there's still people arriving from all corners. Yeah, tricolours everywhere. There's people trying to sell flags when they can buy flags for free.
You're in Dublin. And what's the game for what's the fourth
Yeah, the crowd is starting to pick up alright, guys. The crowd is definitely picking up. I have a lot of garda here, a lot of garda. Guys, I can't really see the chat, so yeah, just enjoy yourselves in there. Keep it clean, you know yourself. I'll try to get you some good pictures, okay? Get you some good images. As you see, it's starting to build up here now. It really is. Good old crowd starting to build up. Good old crowd. How are you, brother? I'll try to keep that going. CJ! Do you mind going on camera?
No, not Paul.
This is Paul, right? Makes all the videos down here. Man's a legend. Legend on YouTube. He's banned off YouTube. Check out his X-Town.
We're going to have to hold this.
Doing a bit of networking down here with the lads.
Get me on X.
That's Paul Nolan, guys. Check out his channel on X. At Paul Nolan. Check out all the latest videos. He's in the middle of this thing every day. Putting his life on the line. The crowds are really starting to pick up, guys. They really are. I'm going to head along the side so you can get an idea of the numbers here. Really starting to pick up. There's a crowd from Coolock. See a banner there from Newtown. Dundrum as well are up there. Kinnadina. Everyone's here. You can see it seems to be a really big crowd here. It's really starting to fill up. Down the protest. There's a guy here selling anti-iPass. $5 each.
All the way from China. I'm not making a penny on it.
There you go.
It's a steal, I swear.
There's no capitalism here, so come and find this man in the crowd. Buy a cap off him, will you?
What?
I have a couple of hundred people here, so I'm just telling you to come find you.
All right.
Or get a hat.
Hats and jocks.
Guys, the crowd is really starting to get a lot bigger than it was. We'll try to get an idea of what's there. You go right up to the gates of the Garden of Remembrance, and right way up to the chapel as well. Guys, welcome into the chat. Anyone just come in, we're back in Dublin again today for the next round of marching. And it's really starting to fill out as well. It's a big crowd right now at the moment. It really is a big crowd. It's really starting to fill out now. Fuck the Sunday World, bro.
Alright, bro,
Fuck them.
how you
Fuck them. We got Freedom Dance down, Nathan's down. We got Gary's on the way with a special guest. Guys, this is Dublin. Everyone's out today. Starting to fill out now. The area is starting to fill out. I think we've lost CJ and Nathan, but they're playing against him now. He goes to Aidan Mason. Yeah, great numbers again, lads. It's really starting to fill out, guys. It really is. There's a lot of people here again today. As you can see, the weather has been pretty crappy all day, but the sky is opening up, the sun's coming out, and it could make for a really nice day here in Dublin. And there's people coming, and you see they're still coming from all directions. I'm just going to put this down for 1 sec while I take my jacket off, okay? This is it. Oh, it's cold, it's raining, it's not raining. It's supposed to hold off now. It's supposed to hold off. Right guys, we're getting ready to go here. There's Malky saying a few words, a few lads.
Everybody is behind the banner! It's about 15 minutes!
I'll just keep it the offer, mate. Just keep it the offer.
If you do with me like I do everything.
Aye, actually, I don't want to wait, mate. I don't want to wait.
Look for the good shots there, I'll tell you that. It's really starting to pack out, lads. Once again, if this live thing goes down, we're going to check out Mousie's channel. Here come the boys from the Nationalist Party. Anyone borrowing Mars, if the National Party have turned up, they're turned up in force. They're going to stand right at the front with everyone else. They've come out in their numbers again today. There's a really big crowd here again in Dublin. You'll be glad to hear it's a really big crowd. It's filled out, really has.
Let's hang on, we'll wait. Let the leader to the front, here's from the front! Execute the order!
And we're really starting to fill out again here, guys. It really is a big crowd. Michelle's going to march in the front again this week. Hey, buddy. Good. Have a lovely little dog here. How are you, buddy? All right?
I just had to be careful. The migrants don't try to snatch me baby. They get some fight. They get some fight if they went to snatch him. Oh fuck! It's a dog. They're terrified of them.
Terrified. They don't like them. It's our best friend. He is.
We're just holding back right 5 or 10 minutes or so.
So lads, as you can see, they're going to hold this off for another 5 or 10 minutes. Crowds are coming from all four corners. All four corners. They want to give everyone a bit of time here to come along, see what's happening. Mr. Winter is here as well, as you can see, freedom back.
He was trying to get your attention.
How's the Irish? Not the world! 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 Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street! Execute the order! Get them out! Execute the order! Get them out! Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? Save the nation! Save the nation! Save the nation! Free migration! Save the nation! Free migration! Save the nation! Free migration! Behind the farmers, down there behind them! What do we want? We want them out! What do we want? What do we want? Save the nation! Save the nation! Save the nation! Execute the order! Execute the order! Get them out! Get them out! Execute the order! Execute the order! Execute the order! Execute the order! Get them out! Out! What do we want? Want them out! What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Join the local Sheenan unit today. Stand up and save your local community. Government has failed you.
And I'm just saying, we're going to hold off another 10 minutes or so when these crowds build up. They're coming from all four corners. There's literally a lot of long stands together here as well. Well play, boys. A big crowds there, lads. We're really starting to fill out from all four corners again. So fair play to the Nationals. They turned up again in their groves. It's always good to see. There's Fergus. There's all right, mate. Good to see you. And there's of course Ava. There's a little protest down the road here for Wake Up Area, guys. If anyone's in the area, get down and get a leaflet off them and pass them around to a couple of friends, okay?
You don't play them, so we play them. As you do yourself. So yourself, Susanna, give her all the time and do great good too. But yeah, that's basically all the issues we do. Anything your RTA won't show you, they will show you. So
just Paul Fitzsimons, guys, runs the Irish column, 9 o'clock on a Sunday, Wednesday and maybe Friday nights. Check out his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.
Cheers, Dave. Thank you.
You get a few good ones.
Oh, a couple of good ones.
Yes, there is, isn't there? Yeah.
There's good out crowd.
Oh, there is, yeah. There's a fellow over there with a kind of a real old, kind of a horn yoke.
Oh, okay, I'll see him. Yeah,
Make sure you get him, you have to put him.
Oh, the right horn, isn't he? He's the right horn. We're going to try to get down the front here, guys. You see it keeps moving.
Please clear the road, please! Can't keep bastards, please! Get behind the barriers! Everyone get in their position! Everyone wave their fucking flag! Let's go! He's right. Clear the road, Evelyn. Get off the road. Get off the road. Up. Let's get ready to go. 1, 2, 3, let's go! Off the road, off the road, off the road. Off the road.
Just had her think behind the road the time.
Wave the flag! Come on, boys! Stand to the side, stand to the side. Let's go, Renato, stand to the side. Get your phone. Stand to the side. Clear the way, clear the walkway, please!
Soulful around, fucking shocking, appalling.
Coming down to the bottom of Parnell Street and O'Connell Street there, guys. There's a good crowd again today, as you can see. The guards are out in force. Public order units everywhere. We're not expecting any trouble as usual.
Clear the way, come on!
Hill Street! Hill Street! Hill Street! Hill Street! Hill Street! Hill Street! Get them out!
We will not be silent. You'll never beat the Irish! You'll never beat the Irish! Mike Connell is here. You'll never beat the Irish!
Come on, Paul. They're much better looking in real life. There's Paul from the Irish Column, lads. Like and subscribe. Check out his YouTube channel. Once again, Royal Nationalist News. That's it, see guys. Guards today are trying to control us. Guards today are trying to control us. The movement. We're all parked in front of them now. TJ, how's it going, buddy? Welcome to the chat. We CJ is here with Nathan as well, and a couple of other people arriving. As you can see, it's a bit of madness here today. A bit of madness. Enjoy. We've got as many YouTubers as we do guards. Look, there's Henry. So the guards are fucking trying to stop us here. Slow it down with it. There's the man himself, there's the man himself. Go on, you boy out. There's the man himself, hey brother. It's a huge crowd here, absolutely huge, as you can see. It's right away down the Common Street again, as Michelle. They're looking well as usual. Not in the club.
I'll forget you to go, but I'm not put there. I'll get you.
You want all the shit on the news about the
So here's where they've been keeping the lefties for the last couple of marches. Down on the right, but the lefties have been kept well away today. Well away today. Well away today. So they are well away today.
This is Dublin, this is our street.
Okay.
Ordered all the way. By a lonely prison walls, I heard the young girl calling. Michael, they are taking you away.
There's a flavour of what's here today, lads. Everything's real peaceful. Everyone's in good form, enjoying themselves. No trouble as usual. There's no need for the guards to even be here. Just concerned people. That's all you have here.
No fly.
Still they come, guys. Thousands and thousands and thousands of them. This is a big crowd again. So this is a really big
You're not going to copy it.
Thousands and thousands. The whole street is lined with lads. Nearly as big as the last day, and it's been lashing rain as well. Well played, buddy. Still they keep coming. So that's just the first section of this march. Here we have the National Party here.
Save the nation! Remigration! Save the nation! Remigration! Save the nation! Remigration! Execute the order! Execute the order! Get them out! Get them out!
Lads, if you like the kind of spirit here, say the National Party there, sign up, give them a contribution, sign up. I need everyone they can get.
Move streets! 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 Save the nation! Free migration! Save the nation! Free migration! Execute the order! Back to the border! Get them out! Get them out!
Traitors now! Traitors now! Traitors now! Traitors
Yeah, boys can sing and play that.
Traitors out! Traitors out! Traitors out! Traitors out! Traitors out!
Traitors out!
Traitors out! Traitors out! Our streets!
Back to the border! Get them out!
Well, that's what it's like here.
Back to the border! Get them out! Hill Street! Our Street! Our Street! Our Street!
That's the National Party, guys. They're great. Really are the one of three national parties in the country. I've seen a real resurgence in the last couple of months here.
Should be standing with us. God, you started.
They will be soon, don't worry. Couple more months, buddy.
Lord God has an
And still they just keep coming, guys. This is a huge, huge march. Really is. It's going right the length of O'Connell Street now, just like we're trying to get up at the National Party again. Now listen to them.
Save the nation! Free migration! Save the nation! Free migration! Get the order! Back to the border! Get them out! Get them out!
Here comes the rain, guys. We're going to jump in for 1 second, try to get the umbrella up, okay? Just bear with me for 1 sec. I'll get this umbrella up. So here we have the counter protest down here. We'll go have a look at them. So here's the counter protest. Once again, maybe 500 people maximum. Let's be generous and give them 500 people.
There's the name of the towns.
Can we take some pictures?
You can't come through this. You can take pictures, man.
Fucking there, don't know.
No, that didn't drop the video.
The guards have it all barred off. They're keeping them well away today. Wouldn't blame them, would you? The lefties.
You know, we've all seen the videos. Sorry about that.
Squeeze away in here.
Yes, I'll tell you, I'll take you a left.
I tried to one at a time. Very far from an FTI.
So here have the proof of Michael Bear, guys.
AstraZeneca, murdering people. Johnson and Johnson,
They're always doing information drops. Get a bit closer into this counter demonstration here, okay? We go have a look at these lads. Sorry guys.
Marmen gönü yakşaktın Granyu izamite
Right, hold on, the maximum again. Really small turn Guys, we're here with Paul Nolan. You want to check out his channel on X. He's banned off YouTube, banned off everywhere. He's more censored than Gemmo Doherty.
The most censored man in Ireland, if you ask me.
Check out his X
I've
channel.
had my house raided 8 times over making videos and put them on YouTube.
There you go. There's free speech.
I'm on X. Paul Nolan 19164.
Paul Nolan 164. Check him out on X.
19164.
What's it?
Paul Nolan 19164.
Paul Nolan 19164. Check it out, lads. Check out his X channel. It's literally the hottest page on it.
all uncensored as well.
All uncensored, all the good stuff there. Fuck you two.
Millions of Irish people that had to leave because of famine, because of poverty. You had to go to America, to Australia, to England. That was the Irish experience. And we should remember that as well. And the people leading that march over there, not everybody on that march, but the people leading it, have not got the interests of working people at heart. You're talking about the likes of Malachy Stenson, who seems to be pretend to care about the housing crisis, has several properties himself, stands up for against basically against rent controls and against taking empty properties, 150,000 of them left empty, and he says we shouldn't go after them.
She's calling me over, that tiny bastard. I know what I'm saying.
Go on, guard, give me socks.
So we say
He's on X and YouTube. Check out our channel.
shame on the leaders of this march across the line. And follow those not the fucking answer. Our enemies are not the people coming in as asylum seekers, as migrants, as refugees. Our enemies are the landlords and the government that supports them, and the far-right leadership over there that does their bidding. Hear us loud and hear us clear! 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 Our workers' rights are under attack! Our migrants' rights are under attack! Our children's rights are under attack! Our women's rights are under attack! Hear us loud and hear us clear! Hear us loud and hear us clear! You say protect women! McGregor's a rapist! 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 Homes for people! Homes for people! Homes for people! Homes for people! Our workers' rights are under attack! Our workers' rights are under attack! Our housing rights are under attack! Our housing rights are under attack!
We'll see some comments. There's about 500 on the counter demonstration, guys. No more, the same as every week. Have it over in paid, so we do well.
Our workers' rights are under attack! Hear us loud and hear us clear! 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 Hear us loud and hear us clear!
So that's the counter demonstration, guys. Anyone just in? No more than 500 people again, same as usual. We're going to go have a look at some signs here. Sorry, buddy. That's the counter demonstration up there, guys. As you can see, no more than a few hundred people. That's all. We're going to go down there and see if we can catch these speeches, okay? So, guys, absolutely massive crowd in Dublin here again today. The Nationals have turned up in big numbers again. Absolutely huge numbers. This is nearly as big as the last march in here. Definitely bigger than Cork, definitely bigger than Limerick. As you can see, there's still stream around the corner there. There must be 50 to 60,000 people again here today. It has to be. They're right down the quays. We're going to struggle to get a spot for the speeches. I'm sure we'll see what we can do, right? I'll get this up close. And there's our old mate from Limerick there 2 weeks ago, or Cork. We met him down in Cork. There's the man himself again. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Nice handy day for the guards today. Nice handy one. I can see guys still there coming. They're right down the quays, down as far as the custom house. Still 10,000 up bustling the lefties. This is nearly as big as the last time. We're going to see if we can inch down through the crowd down here, okay? The guards seem to be stopping people. We'll see what we can do there. I'm going to use this little break in the crowd here to have a cigarette. So I'm just going to lean this up against the wall for a sec, okay? It was a lovely view of Dublin.
But that's it, if everyone stayed, I stayed off, I didn't have a drink last night, because it is tonight. It's all the beauty.
And we are back on the march with the lads. So huge crowds again in Dublin here today, guys. Bigger than Cork, bigger than Limerick. Nearly as big as the last march out here. I'm going to go have a look at the Garda over here on the way down to the speeches. There's the man, there's Henry again. He's catching everything. Catching everything. There's the lads. Some nice tyres on that one. Who's in this one? There they are, look. 242D. It's a nice bit of welding going on as well there, isn't it? It's a nice one. If you pay for these, so don't be afraid to fucking check them out. Party atmosphere here in Dublin. The Nationals are out on the march once again. Another day, another march.
Say no to open borders! Enough is enough!
There's the man himself. Check out his channel once again, guys, at Paul Nolan on X 1987 19164 1964. We're coming down to the custom house now, guys, where all the speeches are going to be. I don't usually come in for the speeches, but sure, we may as well. We want to try and get it figured out in the crowd here. A lot of them are still up there bustling the lefties. You don't have to get a few pictures here. We have a new PA system as well here tonight. Hopefully it's a bit better than the last time.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. 1, 2.
Here's the main man here today. He has to get this right. He has to get this right today. These are all the people who've died from COVID injections, guys.
Give the people some hope.
I'm gonna hang around here to get the umbrella up again.
Wave your flags high up the front. Come on.
As I can see, it's starting to come down a bit here, right? I'm going to try and keep everything dry again. And we'll see how we get on with it. See if this goes on with it. It's really starting to fill up there, guys.
Put your arm up.
Okay, guys, I'm going to try to get a look at these speeches as they happen. You can see they're really coming from all angles still.
Our streets! 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 Proper national stuff. Being able to see our flags, guys, and the crowd is still coming down the fields. Tens of thousands of people. Don't let the newspapers tell us any different. There's at least 50,000 people here again. Sorry, at least. Really starting to fill up again here, guys. As you can see, people are packing in for the speakers, coming from all directions again. Just a sea of tricolours. People are literally everywhere. There's Phil, guys. Check out his channel on X. That's Philip O'Dwyer on X. For any markets, live streams like this. There's the lads from County Wicklow, bless them and hold the line. Fair play to them. You go have a look at a few banners, see where everyone's from, guys.
There's Ireland first, of course, guys. Check them out online, join. There's Herman again. Everyone's out today, guys. Everyone's out in force. Good vibes. All sides of the nationalist movement coming together. You can see they're still streaming down the road here. They are streaming down the road still. Really good crowd here today. Fair play to everyone for turning up because it's lashing. It's been lashing all morning. Really has. Dublin 8 says no to mass migration, guys. A lot of groups here today. We're really filling up again here, guys. Getting ready for the speeches. Going to happen in a few minutes. So stick around. The Irish are out of force. There's the man. Where are you from, buddy? Where are you from? Manchester. Good man. Branches in the house. Good man yourself. Lovely part of Dublin, lads. Lovely part of Dublin. Everyone in Dublin, head for Blanchestown. We're getting called back here.
Man, hold it down, representing the kid in the rain, yeah?
Good man yourself. Go on, Blanche. Go on, Blanche. Up the Blanche. Lads are helping Blanche. It's nice all over Dublin. Everyone's represented here. Don't let the media tell you any different. Hey, how are you, buddy? All right? Living the dream. Oh, well, I don't know about that, mate. You are, I know that. You are. Yeah. There's a man here. Check him out on TikTok. What's your channel name?
Irish Warrior, Air says no.
Aaron says no, the Irish Warrior.
Says no.
He goes to all the iPass places, stands with all the locals. Fair play to him. See you later. That's the Irish Warrior there, lads. You know, mate of mine from back in the day. He builds nice bikes as well, so if you ever chatting to him, ask him to build your bike. So guys, when you pick up the newspaper tomorrow and you see a couple of thousand mentioned again, remember it's all lies. It's all lies. Them mainstream papers. There is 50,000 plus here today. Easy. There's a nice sign, Green again, a race against the Irish. still people are streaming in, as you can see.
What city? What city? What city?
Like this.
What city?
One city. All the YouTubers are out, lads. Everyone's out. Everyone's out in force. Sorry guys, much good for yes. Sorry, buddy. We're going to start trying to get up the front here, have a look at these speeches. We'll get this on the power, okay? Crowds in again today, guys. Really big crowds in again today. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, buddy.
This is not a good sight to be on, as you can see, with the generator down there. Let me know in the chat if there's a hum off that generator, will you? This is not a good spot to be. We need to be over the far side here. Don't worry, your boy 420 is going to get in there, don't worry. Sorry, buddy. Go ahead. Is the man himself? He's got up to the top of the pole. Get me in there for the speakers, get me. I'm on a live stream, get us in there, will you? Have a walk one there, Martin, will you? Sorry, kid. Right guys, we're going to try and bustle a few moves here, pull a few strings and get in over the side here for the speeches, okay? So stick with me, I'm going to get a good spot here. Can you get me over that barrier there? Yeah. Can you get me over the barrier there? I'm going to have a good spot. I'm on a live stream here. Anywhere up along the side there. Just have a word with someone, will you? Yeah.
Stand beside monkey there, see where they are.
Good man. You're a monkey, are you?
Sure, yeah.
This is my spot, right?
Oh, who?
So guys, we managed to get up the front here, right? We've got a good spot for the speeches. And the crowds go right down the quays that we got to here. This is as big as the last time. Do not let the papers tell you any different tomorrow morning. There's 50,000 people here, easy. Easy. No cream down directly there. He's agile as well, he is feeling that. He's like a fucking monkey, he is. We're not letting the newspapers tell us any differently tomorrow. Gavin as well down there. Gonna make a speech in Malachy. DJ Arlen, welcome into the chat, buddy. How are you, mate? I'm still trying to find Gary and Marty right there. I met CJ, by the way, and Nathan around from up north. So I'm going to go meet them up later on at the square, okay? Right the way up past Sip2. It's hard to see again, way past Sip2, like. Up as far as the lefties. That's
40 or 40?
if it was, what was here last one? 50, let's say 50. There's 40 to 50 here again. A little bit smaller maybe. A little bit smaller, maybe. I'll get the drone up in a while, have a look.
Hello? Can you hear me this time? It's good to know. Listen, again, I stand in front of me with a big crowd of Irish flags around me. Actually, could everybody just lower our flags for a minute so we can see how far that actually goes back? Because you can't see there's that many flags. Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, that's it. They're going to take the
all the way back. Please, go on the back of it now. Yeah, look, it's amazing to see everybody here. It's not easy to come out and do this, particularly on what is most people's 2 days off, or 1 day off in some cases.
Mark Gilligan, we have drones here, don't worry. Don't be worrying about that, we have drones here.
Yeah. People often wonder what effect these protests have, and I mean, I can see in front of me thousands and thousands of Irish people who just want Ireland to be normal again and continue.
DJ Ireland, will you let me know in the chat if that generator is messing with the sound, will you? If it is, I'll get down off the back of this truck, okay?
Which is what today is.
Put it in the chat, lads, if that generator is drowning everything out.
Celebration of being Irish. And that's something that most people don't get to experience anymore. You're not allowed to be proud to be Irish anymore. But you are today. With that said, I'm going to introduce a man who's going to sing a song for us. Stephen, the Sue June. He's going to sing "Oh Road, Shade of Our Wood."
DJ Ireland, thanks for that, buddy. I'm standing on the back of the truck here and there's a bit of generator, so just let me know. You got a point position now.
Oh, those shade of our wood, oh, those shade of our wood, oh, those shade of our wood, and it's a young Tory. Come on! Oh, those shade of our wood, oh, those shade of our wood, oh, those shade of our wood, and it's a young Tory. Shade of a bandalion, they are glad to be in Yaden the Vigla, it will it Mela. It's still deal to Leshna Gallop. Oh, shade of a well, yeah, oh, shade of a well, yeah, oh, shade of a well, yeah, and it's a young Tory. Dog run your way like Chuck has all you, holy Emily, my God, daily pain is the gun of Spani. This crazy droog in the Gallop, oh, shade of a well, yeah, oh, shade of a well, yeah, oh, shade of a well, yeah, and it's a young Tory. A wheelery na bjad go back and doon a being bio in the egok shot and run your whale. It's me like Goyska. Egg forward, fine egg all the poor.
Alright, thanks very much, Stephen, for that. And with that, I'm going to announce or welcome the fourth speaker to the stage, a great Kerry woman, Michelle Keane.
Neighbours, people of Ireland, and the proud People's Republic of Dublin, welcome! I stand before you, not in anger, but in unity, calling on every single one of you to rise to one purpose: an Ireland free, an Ireland independent, and an Ireland no longer ruled by Brussels or by a failed Irish come-together government on the whole matter. Here we stand at the Custom House, a place etched into the very soul of our Irish resistance, a place where the fight for our freedom was never surrendered. But before this, we gathered at the Garden of Remembrance, a sacred space, a hallowed ground. This garden is no ordinary place. It is the beating heart of our nation's memory. Every stone, every whisper in the wind carries the story of those who gave everything. Men and women who dreamed of a free Ireland and paid the ultimate price. We remember Father Patrick Ryan, who went to heaven this week past, the rebel priest who risked everything for Ireland's freedom. They may bury the man, but they will never bury his fire. His fight is now our fight. His Ireland is now in our hands. It is here on the streets of Dublin, the architects of our proclamation, the visionaries who dared to declare the Irish nation is sovereign and indefeasible. Patrick Pearse stood at the GPO, voice steady, heart ablaze, reading those immortal words.
I'm going to jump down off the channel and take
But a call to each and every one of us to claim our birthright. But long before Pearse's rifle rang out, another voice echoed, a voice louder than gunfire, the voice of Daniel O'Connor, the Liberator. Born in Carrickfergus in County Kerry, a man who believed in peaceful protest, in the power of people's will. O'Connell taught us liberty is not only won by the sword, but the steadfast belief in justice. He said, "My object is to achieve the liberty of my country, and to do so lawfully means." He warned us the altar of liberty tortures when it's cemented only with blood and not with the heartbeat devotion of our Irish people. And he reminded us the people's rights are paramount, and the people's will must be obeyed. Justice delayed is justice denied. I wonder what Patrick Pearse and Daniel O'Connell would think of our traitors, Micheál Martin and Simon Harris. So the fight continues today, and so we're here, 109 years on from the Easter Rising. But today we do not fight the British. We fight a failed Irish cobbled-together government. A government cobbled together without vision, without honour. A government that no longer listens. A government that turns its people of City West rise to say no. It is cool today. Tomorrow it could be hot. It could be cold rain. It could be anywhere. This is not just a protest. This is a movement. A stand by ordinary people who refuse to be silent. We will not be ignored. How can we speak of justice in this country when corruption poisons the roots of our nation? Thousands of unvetted men brought into our country, no background checks, no safeguards, some even recruited into our garda síochána, the very force sworn to protect us. How can we feel safe with those who should uphold the law turn a blind eye? Judges like Martin Nolan, who let paedophiles and rapists walk free. Judges like Sinead Beahan and Cork, who not only leave Irish women and children homeless, but also operate within a shadow banking system, helping wealthy husbands hide assets and pensions from their ex-wives and their children. A secret network where money vanishes, where women and children are robbed, not by chance, but by design. Judge James O'Donoghue, who was convicted for failing to provide a sample of breath at the request of a Gardaí. Jane B, a mother of 2 children, unlawfully in Limerick prison a week before Christmas for 4 days. Last week, Justice Emily Egan, who I believe has now colluded with the Irish government to destroy vital evidence in election rigging. Misconduct that should be shamed, but here it brings promotion. Where is the justice? If this was any other country in the world, these judges would be impeached. This is our country. This is our republic. We live in a time of deep sorrow, appalled with pain. Thousands of people have died. Excess deaths brushed aside. COVID vaccines and many other vaccine scandals hidden up. Questions left unanswered. Families shattered. Grieving without the truth, without closure. And while our people suffer, 16,000 Irish homeless wander our streets every day. We are pushed to the margins, to the pin of our colour. When homes are handed out to illegal migrants by our county councils and government, healthcare slips away, basic rights vanish before our eyes. We are at breaking point, folks. The rate of abortion spirals, lives lost ever before they begin, and the fires of old conflict flicker dangerously close. We remember Ballymena, we remember the rights, the pain, the young girl who was brutally raped and whose life was torn apart. But even then, in that darkness, the 32 counties stood together! But today we rise, not as fractions, not as parties, but as Irish people, united by the love for this Ireland. These politicians were all selected, not elected. Some days are just days, but this day, a day that history will remember, because we refuse to sit on the silence. We, the Irish people, are you ready to stand up for your country? Are you ready to fight for your children? Are you Protestants, Catholics, north and south of the border ready to be one? For a meal of our chucking our law!
Guys, it gives it a right speech.
Thanks very much, Michelle. The next speaker is Eric English from Order What Says No.
Alright lads, well, what a beautiful sight looking at our two beautiful people. I tell you, they talk about white Irish privilege. If there is it, that's it, yeah. That's a fact. Look, I'm not going to take too much of your time here, lads. I'm up here with a simple message, and that message is action. So, we come here to these protests, we have thousands of people, and we walk away from these protests and we say, what happens next? That's not up to the people up here speaking, that's up to every one of us standing out there. When we get home, we don't put our feet up on the chair, we don't sit back and relax, we get to work. You identify your civil servants, You identify your money man, not just your politicians. You identify your next door neighbour. You identify the NGOs. You identify all of those traders. And you shun them in your communities. You turn up outside their doors, outside their offices, and you don't move. Because the simple fact here is that the power of the people in here is the will of the Irish. And we know for a fact the will of the Irish will never be broken. It has never been broken before, and it will never be broken in the future. So my message here is to get ready for the future, because the fight has not started, it's already begun. And we're in the middle of it. So mount up, get involved in communities, and start getting out there and bringing the fight to them. Don't sit on your backside waiting for others. Get up and be your own leader. I have a few more things to say. We need to look back in time here, not just into the future. And we need to look back at the mass genocide that was attempted on our people through death jabs. There's plenty of people that are willing to speak about it, and we need to hear those people. What we also need, we need action from the people behind that. So we need to go and we need to follow the likes of Patrick McGreal, the likes of Barry from Wake Up Era, and anybody that's bringing a challenge on this. Because we don't forget. We do not forget, and we will always go back and these people will be pulled out. And as for the future, we are the holders of our own destiny, lads. So as bad as they are destroying our country, it is up to each and every one of us to stand up and make that barrier in front of him and tell him he ain't doing it. Because I'll fight here before I leave he walk over me, and that's a fact. Last two things, they're not about protesting. It's about two men. One of them celebrates his birthday today, one celebrates next week. So I want you all to give them all a round of applause. I wish him a happy birthday. That's Clive Dempsey and Fergus Power. And I'll leave you with this, lads. This country has never been broken. People might have laid down and let themselves be walked all over. But if you look back pre-1916, we've Irish men and women that stood up strong and never faltered. And we're now following that lineage. So it's up to us to make that fight even stronger and win. Here on the ground, shoot it all off. I nearly forgot, lads, I nearly forgot. So, the 26th of July in Waterford, we'd like to see you all there. We're bringing it to Waterford. And let's bring it down. Let's bring it down to Waterford, into Lefty Haven, and let's bring it to them and show them that we ain't stopping. This just ain't about Dublin, it's not about Limerick, it's not about Clonmel, not about all, it's about Ireland.
The next speaker, I'm sure you all know her from TikTok, is Maggie Stapleton. Give her a round of applause.
How we doing? Here we have a target. And up there is the blessings of God unto each and every one of you. And I just want to say a big Gorev Mila Mahagut to the organisers for giving me a chance to speak the love of my country and the heritage that runs through each and every one of our veins, the blood of the true Gaels of Ireland. And this is a message to the traitors and news tasks. Do you see those flags? They represent us. They represent freedom. And they represent the love of the island of Ireland. So put down your pipe and smoke it. I feel so proud and humbled to stand here before each and every one of you. To be proud to be a true native Irish woman. Not everybody is blessed to say that. We're so indigenous to the islands of Ireland. The air roots run so deep, like the rivers across Ireland. We are so indigenous that we are nearly touching at the Creator's feet. Our lineage is so strong that we can go back from the stories from our mothers and our mothers' mothers, and that's what serpent's hate. They want to take away everything that's true and indigenous to this land. They're bringing in people into this country that have no affiliation, nothing. And they're leaving here people on the sides of the roads, begging for what's truly theirs. It's in the good rock to house and to help the poor people of society. And here people are left begging all the time while people come into this country and they get everything handed to them. When the true Gaels get into the door, all of that is going to stop. We're going to clean up shop. We're going to look after their children and let them know that this country belongs to them. And the stories will continue. That their mothers told us and their mothers before them. When our brothers and sisters stood on these streets that we're standing on and fought against the British Empire, they didn't stand with a pint in their hand and a firearm. They stood with a firearm and the rosary bead for the love of God and country. Without God, there's no air. The Irish people need to get back to their faith. Because through our faith, we are going to take our island back. They've taken God out of the schools. They've taken the Lord out of the hospitals. Where the Lord is most needed. Where the sick and vulnerable people need the Lord the most. And while they're taking God out of the country, they're bringing people in here that are worshipping a false God. The Irish people need to get back to the basics. They need to get back to God and country, community.
Family.
That's why we do need to stick together. But you can see how the movement is going now. We can all see that we are being invaded and the regime are given the backing of it. But as I said, when the true Irish people get into the door, that is all going to stop. Elgabra is not a winner. Jesus is king.
Next speaker is Patrick Quinlan, if you can make his way to the stage.
What is happening in this city? Absolutely love it. Electric. My friends, my family, my people. We're not just a crowd gathered here today. We are the sons and we are the daughters of Ireland. We have inherited a legacy that has been carved from the emerald earth beneath your feet and has been written in the stars of our people's dreams. Look around you. Every face, every heart carries the same unbreakable thread. Our past, our struggles, our trials, they bind us, not as strangers, but as a family grown large that Pierce talked about. It's run through our veins. It's a river of memory that no storm can wash away. And today, the Irish people here, we stand as one, ready to write the next chapter of our people's story. Think of those who came before us. They toiled under unrelenting sun and storms. They built homes with callous hands and they stood tall against every fire that sought to break them. 620,000 were massacred by Cromwell's blades. Millions more of our people were scattered to the four corners of the world. our language, our culture, our very soul has been pushed to the brink time and time again. And yet, we are still here and we are still Irish. But today, the war has changed. We face a new battle. It's not with swords and it's not with bullets, but it's with ideas. Micheál Martin and the Serpents and Dáil Éireann are following in the footsteps of their English predecessors. They're telling us that anyone can be Irish. But when everyone's Irish, no one's Irish. The very idea of a sovereign Gaelic state and the death of it is what they want. What do we want? They're ashamed to be born Irish. They're spitting on a cultural inheritance that we've inherited over the course of thousands of years. They tell us that we have no right to be proud of our roots, our story or our blood. But I'm telling you, the only thing worse than being born Irish is not being born Irish. Look at the priorities. €450 million in 3 months so far this year. They're after throwing into iPads. It's a black hole that's misappropriating our resources that we're working hard, because it's not their money, it's ours. That money could have built 1,400 homes for our people. It could have been used to hire 340 doctors or 690 teachers and pay them for a decade. I ask you, what do you want? Do you want an iPad system that's hollowing out our nation? Or do you want homes, doctors and teachers for our people? The choice is yours. And out in Mount View, bringing it back to the home patch, you Blanche! They're building a supposed family hub. We don't need hubs that are going to be filled with foreign nationals. We need homes. We need front and back gates. We need secure spaces for our children to grow.
Real agitator in the crowd.
And it's not just for people on the social housing list either, I'd like to remind them of. It's for families that are being trapped in perpetual debt, where the bankers are holding all the cards and they can throw you out if you fall on hard times. In response to their home in Blanche, we're after launching a petition. In the space of 3 days, we're after getting over 1,000 signatures. The people are waking up and they're saying no to the government's disastrous policies. Or commit, for while of a kind, A2. Where's A2 in this fight? They're nowhere. They're refusing to stand with the Irish people. It's finger they're voting us down when we're asking the hard questions on immigration. They'd rather stand with baby-killing, nation-wrecking communists than us. And if it makes them uncomfortable that we won't bail, then so be it. The National Party will be your witch. The National Party will be your fire. Your break will. Our history is not a chain, it's a torch. It's lighting our path to a future we'll build together. A future where every Irish child, every dreamer, every soul who carries our story can rise. Where our homes are ours, where our culture is cherished, where our sovereignty is sacred. We're making history here today, folks. Not as individuals, but as a people. The National Party's constantly running candle workshops. We have new voices that are stepping forward, new representatives. Jordan delivered a savage speech in court. We're going door to door. We're constantly waking the Irish people up. I have a question for all you in the crowd today. Which side will you stand on? What will you be remembered for? The hours now. Rise for Ireland. Let our voices echo. Look the cliffs of Mohawk. Call it back out with the Union spirit. Let our mutiny blaze like the harp's golden strings, shattering every lie that dares to try to cage our people. Join the National Park. Not for me, not for the park, but for us, for our people, our future, our home. Together, we will forge an Ireland where our children stand brave, proud and unbroken, where they will not just survive, but thrive. History's watching. Are you going to be the hero? Dublin City, are you going to be the hero? Yes, we are. Let on.
We agitated the crowd there, guys. He's being dealt with.
Next speaker is a woman who spoke in Cork a couple of weeks ago, and hardly then a couple of days later, Kieran D. Manning.
So this is Kieran, guys. This is the guy who had the interview with the gay Nigerian IPAS protection seeker.
No, it's probably a bit too Irish for them. They're probably down on Main Street, holding every other flag, bar the one that they should be proud of. So hold on up. We are proud to be Irish. Speaking of the flags, I just want to give a shout out to Andy. I mean, he's done 15,000 flags over the last while, right? Behind every good man, there's a great mommy, right? And not many people know this. His mother irons every single flag. She's making sure there's not a crease in the membrane, so when you get to the beautiful. I want to talk about the different types of people coming into our country. Yeah, the economic migrants, the ones that are here to milk the system. Your man up in Letterkenny, buddy, you know, the bisexual fella, he, in my opinion, is an economic migrant. But in my opinion, some of these men will be soldiers. So we need to work together and get them out before they're on our streets. No excuses, no loopholes, no soft stories. They all have to go. Anyone that's come into this country in the last 5 years has to be fucked off back to where they came from. There's things happening every day, okay? There was an attempted abduction last Monday of 2 little girls in Mullingar. Mind your kids, don't take your eye off your children. It's up to every single one of us to make sure no child is abducted, killed, raped in this country. We have this job, lads, and we have to do it. We need to look out for vulnerable people in our communities. We've all grown up together in our little communities, watching each other's backs. But we've let the ball drop a little bit. You're getting back into the community, right? You're helping people. You're watching what's going on. And these lads are not here for any benefit of me or you. There's been a disconnection in the country, and they did it during COVID. They locked you down, they isolated you, they broke families, they broke friendships. And when you're dumbed down and you're afraid, you're easier to control. And that's what they did then. And that's what they're trying to do now, okay? They are bringing all these men in here, they know they're creating chaos, and then they're going to hand working as security up there. So if something happens in there, the book will stop you. You shall be ashamed of yourself. Men of Ireland, I want to have a little more with you, alright? You need to catch yourselves on, lads, okay? You need to pull up your big white hands, because the country's at war in the last 4 years or so, alright? So have a little bit of homework for you all. When you go home, into that wardrobe, where you put away that big white pants about 10 years ago, because let's be honest, you haven't had them on, and you're putting them on tomorrow morning, and you're not taking them off until we get this country back. Finally, I'd like to address the establishment. Because of you, our ancestors who fought and died for our freedom have been disturbed from their resting place. You have been complicit in an invasion on our land. You have committed treason against the Irish people. You have mentally tortured us. You have used brutal force against us. But we're still here. And we're here because the passion we have for our country is more powerful than any force you will ever use against us. We're not going to stop until we get this country back and until our ancestors can rest easy again. The Irish people are united against you.
Look, it's a long day and everybody's standing around and you don't want to keep this here for too long, so if you would, Mary is going to sing Grace. I don't know if you know the words, but if you still, you might sing along.
As we gather in the chapel here in old Kilmainham Jail, I think about these past 2 weeks, more than they failed. From our school days, they have told us we must yearn for liberty. Now all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out of town and I will die.
That's what it means to be Irish.
With all my love, I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bear for these great men, my love for this dear land. But when Corey called me to his side down in GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go. Oh, gracious hope in your arms, and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn, and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, or we must say goodbye. Now as the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. On this May morn, as I walk out, my thoughts will be of you. And I'll write some words upon the wall, so everyone will know I love so much that I could see his blood upon the road. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out of dawn and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, or we must say goodbye. No, there won't be time to share our love, or we must say goodbye.
Didn't know the words. Look at you won't keep us too much longer, but we have Stephen Kerr and Suzanne Delaney who do great work on all of this stuff. So give them a couple of minutes at a time. Come on, Alan! Yeah!
I can jump down.
My name is Stephen Kerr. Suzanne Delaney. We have an online platform called the Irish Inquiry. Some of you will have seen we put out a video last week showing us going to be illegally kicked out of Croke Park. Why? Because we're not Muslims. There seems to be an issue with Christian Irish people there. What you didn't see on that video, however, is that at the same time that we were getting kicked out, Dr. Umar Al-Qadri standing on stage speaking about Ireland in the land of Cain being a Bolsha. That's 100,000 welcome. Couldn't make it up. In case you didn't hear me there, what I said is, while we were getting kicked out of Croke Park, Dr. Umar Al-Qadri was standing on stage speaking about Ireland being the land of Cain being a Bolsha. Couldn't make it up. He spoke of how welcoming Ireland has been, while at the same time ejecting us from the sacred ground where Christians were massacred in the past. That video went viral. It got about 1 million views in less than 24 hours. But ever since then, social media platforms, at the behest of Commission the Man, no doubt, have clamped down on the Irish Inquiry, rendering us all but invisible and silent. But they can't silence us from this stage, can they? So, we're here today to say to you that we stand with you. We always stand with you. And we say to you to fly your flag. And we say to reject the dehumanizing of Irish people being called mongrels, while everyone coming into this country is being referred to as being more Irish than us. We are the native Irish people. This is our ancient motherland. and we will never stop fighting for our freedom. I'm going to pass it over to Suzanne, the lady now.
I don't know if everybody heard me, it might be a bit higher. Just everybody for giving me the time to speak to you here today. I really appreciate that. I don't know if you all heard that this week, in a very dystopian move, this government decided that they automatically own everybody's organs. But I don't think I got the memo, because judging by the crowd here today, our hearts belong to Ireland. So I'm a visa immigrant, and to those who call us mongrels, I'd like to extend an expression that we used to say when I grew up in Portos and Blanchardstown. Come over here and say that! I just want to say I used to, walk along the Liffey with my mother when I was a child, and I used to be able to come into this city as a child by myself. And now I don't come in here, not alone and not with my child. And one thing many of you will remember about the Liffey back then is that it stank. And it doesn't stink anymore, but there's something that does stink, and they're sitting up there, it's all air. Now, I won't keep you much longer, but I wrote something a couple of years ago, and some of you may have heard it before, but for those of you who haven't, I feel like it's very, very relevant for today. This is called Open Borders. These traitors don't care for the security of our nation, for background checks or the Dublin regulations. They don't care for documents that would have revealed a place or a past now forever to the field. Nor do they care for where they came, who they are, or what's their name. Cultural differences are to be embraced, as are those who can't be traced. They don't care for statistical facts. There's criminals amongst them, to be exact. And there's those who will be keen to escape a criminal record for murder or rape. There's none at Foxrock, Killiney or D4, but they'll insist your community needs more. Child traffickers arrive too when it's all unvetted, a crime in which they're aided and abetted by those who label you racist and far right, with no real argument to solve they recite. And Tulsa, yeah, that's it. They care not that migration is an industry for greed, about people in need. And even if it was about helping another, we can't help anyone if we're to smother. They don't care that in Africa there's 1.4 million, and that we are a nation of only 5 million. They don't care that in Asia there's nearly 5 million more, but never mind that, just open the door. Safe Europeans too we must take, accepting everyone is duty, not mistake. Most of UK is not under attack, but if you utter this truth, expect nothing but flack. We must do our duty, we will be told, and so-called climate change will make that duty tenfold. They'll mock you for exclaiming you're being replaced, or for noticing Irish culture is being erased. Gaslighting and insults is all they spout. Be ashamed of your bigotry, you fascist, they shout. Race baiting justifies their existence, and this is why they have such insistence that hate lies at the heart of their beautiful land. And free speech and protest, they too must be banned. They don't care that you worry for your child, mother, sister, or wife, and they won't care if they're raped or someone robs them of their life. They will endlessly ignore Sweden and cautionary tales, crying diversity is their strength, open borders can't fail. But they're the fascists, truth be told, silencing others as the lie is sold. But and we, the people, will not go away. Our ancestors' blood yielded this little nation, and we will never surrender to this temptation. God made a moment and here the cross.
The last couple of speakers now. I'm going to introduce, probably don't know him, he's only getting into politics. His name is Gavin Pepper. Or I should say, Councillor Gavin Pepper.
As Stretch would say, this is Dublin! And listening very loudly, we've had enough of vulture fires. We want them out. Mayor's capital, Pepper Finance, get out of Ireland! Right? We want Judge Nolan gone! He's the biggest scumbag in the judicial system, giving suspended sentences to paedophiles. Do you know how afraid they are in government at the moment? They're giving councillors 10 grand for security now. They're terrified of the Irish people. They're afraid of what we stand for. And that's for their people to stand up and fight back against them. We are not going to put up with it anymore. It's time to look after the Irish people. We've had enough of it. Immigration has our country destroyed. It's not about being a welcoming nation. It's about accepting the fact that Ireland is full. Now everybody in the door, we need to get them out. 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 Right. This is a message to a few people, and I hope they're listening very clearly. Mick Clifford, Andy McInerney, Mel Zuckles, Dave Mooney. I hope you are all listening, because you will be held accountable for what you did to the Irish people. And so will your families. We will chase every penny that you are making from destroying our country. And that's all going to go back to the homeless Irish people that have been forgotten about. There's no such thing as the working class anymore. It's the working poor. And they're punching down on us left, right and centre. And when you speak up, they call your names. Are we going to listen to them names anymore? I give you this, right? And I'm going to change it. It's a quote from Michael Collins, one of their fallen heroes. We've got something more powerful than the entire dome, than the entire EU, and that's our refusal to let them take away our free speech, our refusal to let them leave families in emergency accommodation and be forgotten about. Our refusal to be let Nicola Fox be in a prison when she should be over here in Ireland. Who does Ireland belong to? I didn't hear you. Who does Ireland belong to? And people like Fair Power who standing up for Ava and our damn people like Philip Boyle, people like Val, loads of people that are standing up. They're not afraid anymore. There's none to be afraid anymore. Now let's go take our country back. Up the Irish!
Next speaker, come up to the stage now, is a man who was elected to the council last year, did some great work for the community.
He's a two-time Olympian, Councillor Philip Sutcliffe. What can I say that the others didn't say, right? First of all, I want to thank everybody, mammy, mothers, fathers, children, for coming in today to make this day special. Now, I cannot say more than what the rest of them say. Only stick together as a country, stick together as a family, and we're all a family together. If we stay strong together, we stay strong always. God bless.
Now, second last speaker today is another man who was elected to the City Council last year. Glenn Moore, Councillor Glenn Moore, he can come up to the stage.
For those that don't know me, my name is Glenn Moore, I'm the elected councillor for Dublin. I stand before you today because I'm genuinely frightened of the future of Ireland. I know many speakers here can rally, inspire, bring things, hope for the future. I, on the other hand, want to tell the rest of Ireland and the world that we, the Irish, have fallen into times that are truly dreadful. Throughout my life, I have fallen in love with the idea of democracies and republics, and the heroes of the West who defended them against evil ideologies. Both communism and fascism with their oppressive belief systems fell before those who believed in liberty. Individuals whose achievements brought freedom to people across the world, including our own Irish leaders, who liberated us from from a monarchy to a republic. These people no longer exist. Their shoes are filled with lesser men, infected with the sickness of greed. Money is their fixation, and they will gladly sell you and your families out to achieve more of it. This brings us to the rise of nationalism, which means a profound love for one's people and culture that exists on the left and right wings of politics. Nationalism has surged across Europe many times. It defended all of Europe from the Ottoman invasions, toppled monarchies, dismantled the Soviet Union, and proposed ended British rule in Ireland. Though our numbers may be limited for now, our forefathers also shared our plight, but they persevered despite low support from their own fellow countrymen. They faced distrust and were even spell upon them. They fought on, often alone, and their unwavering resolve led to victory. Their courage inspires us to persevere for a future that honours our heritage and protects our nation. Today, however, we face grave challenges that threaten this legacy. We live in a world infected with corruption and ignorance, blind to the values that give strength to the West. The people of the West, not just the Irish, but those in the United Kingdom, France and beyond, are all in decline. It is a horrific truth. Our birth rate has fallen below replacement levels. We are burdened by massive debts we cannot pay back. And of course, mass immigration into Europe and Ireland is drastically changing our culture and landscape. Entire towns in Ireland, once wholly Irish, have been transformed overnight by the arrival of asylum seekers planted under the cover of dark and secrecy without the consent of the people. We, the taxpayers, are expected to pay for them, which seems almost indefinite until the end of days. When citizens resist and speak out because deep down they know something is seriously wrong, they are branded as far right. A term that has lost all meaning and further deepens our sense and concerns of being ignored. Our young people, the children who are meant to replace all of you when you return to the earth, are forced to leave the Emerald Isle in search of homes and families on this shores. If continued, this will lead to the end in the future. We have lost the heart of Dublin City Centre, where we now represent 40% or less of the population, and our people fear to walk the streets, which have become a cesspool of crime and sinister behaviour. Strangers walk in streets. When the British left Ireland, we were left with the English language alone, and we no longer hear that anymore. Many of you in this crowd are asking, why is this happening to our people? Why are our own politicians complicit? And the truth is, we no longer live in a true democracy. I'm not denying that the Republic exists or we don't hold free elections, but as long as Ireland remains in the European Union, our people will never truly be free. Just as our forefathers were set upon by those that wish to remain under the British crown, we face similar resistance from those who bow to a new foreign power in Brussels. The EU is nothing more than a modern crown where unelected bureaucrats dictate to Ireland's daily affairs.
Yeah, where's Bunna?
Our elected officials in the Oireachtas are often threatened with fines and sanctions if they resist new mandates, forcing our nation to bend the knee to policies that do not serve our people's interests. The European Parliament is riddled with corruption, its chambers often empty, its president absent despite repeated calls to attend, and its voting process marred by broken machines and careless hand counting that fights fraud, often swaying outcomes towards far-left agendas. I dream of a day Ireland breaks free from this oppressive institution and votes to leave, joining all those who cherish liberty and dismantling a system that tramples the rights of Irish and the European people. I wish to end my speech with a single Irish word, Dukas. There is no direct translation for this word, but it holds a profound meaning in the Irish language. It is a connection to your birthright, heritage, and a sense of belonging. This is what you are fighting to preserve, because that feeling deep down in your bones, which stirs your unease, is what is threatened. We will endure this madness, and we will be victorious. Not tomorrow, perhaps, but someday in the future. God bless Ireland. And Ireland belongs to the Irish.
Now, before the rain comes and before I introduce the last speaker, I can't say any more without first of all thanking everybody who donated to the GoFundMe that allowed us to have a setup like this today. It just shows when everybody works together, you can create days like today. Also anybody that bought a hat, all of that stuff went towards funding today. So thanks so much for that. There is an awful lot. There is an awful lot that goes into organising these kind of things, and when you see the sea of tricolours and the sea of people who care this much about their country, it's worth it, undoubtedly. So thanks to everybody for coming up. The guy who organised all of it is going to say a couple of words now before we head off for the day, so please make some noise and a round of applause for Councillor Malachy Stevenson.
Firstly, there's very little that I can say that everybody else hasn't already said. So I want to reiterate everything that they said. I want to thank everyone for coming here today, and I particularly want to thank all of the speakers, the singers, including my wife, who sang great, all of the speakers, and all of those who contributed, whether it's €5 or €10 to the GoFundMe page to set up this sound system. I also want to remember a good friend of ours, Michelle Keane mentioned him in her opening remarks. Father Paddy Ryan, who passed away, was buried last week. The last time I met Paddy was he was sitting on a bench there at one of our rallies last year. The first time I met Paddy was sometime in the late 80s, somewhere in Europe, when we were both engaged on our country's business. I'd ask you now to have a minute's silence in memory of Paddy Ryan. And if the clergy in this country had more priests like Paddy Ryan, we would not be in the position we are in today. So just have a moment's silence for the life and times of Paddy Ryan.
growing movement. And if you look at where we have progressed from East Wall in November 2022 to where we are today. In April, we had 50,000 people on the streets. Today, we have had more. Look at the reaction from the political class to the 26th of April. When they saw that sea of tricolours, when we took our flag back from those who seek to destroy it. In what country in the world would you have a so-called serious news journalist, or whatever he wants to call himself, Sean Defoe in News Talk, say that if you fly the tricolour, you are a racist, you are a fascist? Those labels mean nothing to us. We saw the left 2 weeks ago trying to reclaim the tricolour. They've lost it. We have taken it back. But then, we never lost it. We saw a video yesterday from the provisionals. They couldn't even do their own video. They had to copy the great Andy Greig's video. And I don't think any of their mothers were wearing the flags. But they're down there in Bowdenstown at the grave of Wolfe Tone. Wolfe Tone's main concentration was the unity of Catholic, Protestant and Dissenter in the common name of Irishmen. But in order to achieve that, you have to break the connection with England. How is it that His Majesty's First Minister in the 6th County Statehood can stand and speak at the grave of Wolfe Tone, but it exposes them for what they are? Micheál Martin a number of months ago called us mongrels. Well, firstly, we're not mongrels, we're thoroughbreds. But let Micheál Martin be very clear. The mongrels and the thoroughbreds are fighting back. Just to go back to Defoe's comments on the tricolour. People remember when George Hughes worked for News Talk. And he said after a rape trial that young girls going out at night should be careful. He was sacked. Why is Defoe not sacked? The Flags Initiative has moved on, and in the inner city, people are erecting tricolours on street poles. That is the next part of this project, along with flying tricolours from your own home. I'm not even going to mention what passed for a counter-protest up the road. Or their attempt to bring people onto the streets last week about housing. And they rabble on about housing. It's everybody's fault. It's the government's fault. It's the landlord's fault. It's the bank's fault. But they will never mention the fact of the huge increase in population is what is driving up the price of houses and the scarcity of housing. And that is what is driving up rents up and down this country. We are truly living in a dystopian world. One of the other speakers mentioned that the state now has decided that it owns your organs and your bodies. What happened? My body, my choice. Last week, the British Parliament in Westminster voted to kill children up to the time of death or birth, and to kill our own people whenever they want. That's the type of world that is being created. People want to know where we go from here. And we have been engaged right throughout this country with talks on progressing this movement. We have taken part in the IFP's initiative to bring people closer together and to unify into some grouping. The working title that we run this rally under and that we're pursuing this project under is Garda. And I can think of no other title that reflects exactly what we have. Love of Ireland. That's all we need. We don't need a fancy title, because that's why we're here. Love of Ireland, love of family, love of our children, and love of our future. As one of the earlier speakers announced, the next major rally is in Waterford, I think on the weekend of the 26th of July. The one after that is in Galway on the weekend of the August bank holiday. I think it's the 2nd of August. Everybody should do their best to get to those two rallies. As we go through this period, some of the most crucial issues facing us are housing, health, education. None of those issues can be resolved in any way unless we close the borders to IPASS applications and also to any other work visa applications. This country simply cannot sustain any further increase in population. I would ask people here, because some people are finding it difficult to contact us. At the moment, if you just go to one of the websites we have, malachy.ie is probably the easiest one to find. Send a DM to that, which are the email and your details, and we will be in contact with you. I also wanted then to thank, because none of this would get any publicity without our citizen journalists. Led principally by Philip Moore, Stephen Delaney, and many, many others. I want to thank the international media who give us more coverage than the national media. Thank you! I'm sure if this is even mentioned on RTE tonight, there'll be about 50 people here.
So guys, anybody watching this, check out Phil's channel on X. It's at Philip O'Dwyer. Just at Philip O'Dwyer, yeah? At Philip O'Dwyer on X. Check him out, there's lots of good work.
I haven't got a degree in journalism. You didn't go to Griffith College or whatever, or you don't work for us. The only requirement of a journalist is to tell the truth. And when they said about Philip that they want to stop citizen journalists spreading what they said was misinformation, Philip is live streaming here. He can't edit it. It's what you see is what you get. Right, I have to wrap it up now because the weather is after the corner. Good man, man. Thank you. Oh, it's here soon. I know we started the last and we all want to get home, but if you can just hang on for a minute, there's just two things. One is there's a protest this evening at 6:30 in City West. You get in contact with the organisers if you want to head out there. But secondly, if we could all just hang on for just a minute for the national anthem before we head off. Tracy is going to come up and sing it. Thanks so much everybody for coming today.
you want me to grab on to you there?
Quickly, folks, we have a protest in Dublin next Saturday.
Guys, anyone didn't hear that, the protest on right in Saggart, up by City West, if you're up that way, pop up.
Thanks a million, thanks for that. What's your name? Denise.
Right guys, as you can see, it's absolutely teeming down. We have the umbrella up though, so we might get a few more minutes. We're going to look to have a look at the lefties and see the crowd is starting to like it. Really good crowd out there, really good crowd. And it's absolutely taking lesson, as you might expect now. Guys now going on meet and greets, and it's absolutely tearing down, as you can see. Up here by the big screen. I'm trying to leg it out of here. Well, we're going to try to find Gary. Gary, if you're watching this, give me a shout with it if you're around there. I've seen you in the crowd there. You may have legged you by now though. We're going up the street, we're going to bustle the lefties, shall we? And we'll see if we see Gar. Gar, if you're in the live chat, come and find me, will you? Left before it gives in. We're going to try and take a bit of shelter up here. We'll end this live stream, okay? Thanks to everyone for tuning in today. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share it around. The Nationalists are on the move again. We're going to go live again tonight from Saggart, City West, about 6:30 or so, 6 o'clock. There's a protest happening up there over the iPad Centre. So drop in, get into the chat, say hi. And next march is in a couple of weeks' time. We'll be there as well. Thanks guys. We'll go up and have a look at the Gardaí first, right? So we may as well 6 minutes. We'll see how the guards are getting on. We'll stick up the arm of the umbrella. Here come the Nationals are streaming out. Big crowd, bigger than a couple of weeks ago. Don't let the newspaper pretend it was a couple of hundred people. Let them like it again, it was 50,000 there. Easy. Walked up into a standstill. Back up and running now, as you can see. Guards are out there. These boys here. Loads of places. 201 Nice. They're everywhere, as you can see. BMW. Had a little go on one down with the Paddy's Day Parade a few weeks ago. That's a nicer bike. It's a much faster one here. There they are, you can see they're everywhere. Well, here's a couple of boys from Wake Up Area. Well done lads, well done today. Well done. Go and check out their website, Wake Up Area. I'm going to go over here and have a look at all these Gardaí as we pass by. We'll do a little MOT check on them, right? Do a little MOT check. These boys here. went nice and quiet, didn't it? Happy days. Have you? Alright. Nice, isn't it? That's the garda, making sure we're okay out here in the streets. I'll have a look at these lads as well. How are you? How's it going? They don't want to sit there either. We may as well have a look around. Here they come, look. Here come the garda now. Here come the garda. I thought they're going to come and say hello there. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Right guys, we're going to live or end this live stream once again. Thanks for jumping in. We're going to go live again tonight about 6, half 6 up in Saggart for South Dublin Says No. New protest up at City West for the iPass Centre. So yeah, hope to see you there at 6 o'clock. See you later.